popular demand. Woo! A lot of stuff going on this week. They released the audio from Flight 1549, the U.S. Air flight that crashed into the Hudson. It was amazing. They were so rational. He was talking to, Chesley Sullenberger was talking to the flight control people, and they're saying, we can get you into Peterborough, Flight 1. He's like, I'm going into Hudson. We can bring you around to LaGuardia number 2. I'm going into Hudson. If you can fly over the GW Bridge, we can get you over into Newark. I'm going into the Hudson. It was beautiful. I mean, the communication skills that are going on is fantastic. And then Christian Bale lost it, which I think is fantastic. I always thought he was spiritual and very focused and Zen-like, but he's crazy, which is good because a lot of the roles he's doing now, he's perfectly fit for this, and that's nice. So he's typecast. That joke, so. And I'm going to punish myself by standing here for a second and throwing at that joke. Okay, and then Michael Phelps, we like that over here. I just want to know what the East Germans are thinking now, getting beat by a pot smoker 8 times, and these guys are eating tofu and all this, and he's just like doing bombs and jumping in the pool. And I'm going to try and make it close, just to give us a little drama. And the thing, though, is that no one really talks about who the person was who took this photo on the little cell phone camera. And that actually is Jarrett, right? He's brought down the career of one of the greatest Olympians ever. So this is the person who brought down Mark Spitz. Now you brought down this guy. You brought down Mark Spitz.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, who needs a couple of $1 billion to have your picture on box of cereal? That's hard money. I wouldn't want to give up that money. All right, we're going to get the show started right now. I have here, backed by popular demand, okay, we have brown paper bag, Lulu Van Bell, and Emily, ladies. Brandon Williams there. Looks like he's from Vladivostok, the eastern part of Russia. And Adam Brooks, who's chugging along. Jeff Seaball. Jimmy McAvoy. And your friends now, 8-time Olympic gold medalist, Jared Izzo. New instruments over there, guys? Any new cutting edge stuff that you're working with?
Cutting edge?
Yeah.
We have the
Whoa.
this is the Flindo
Wow.
from Barbados.
Wow. I've never heard any of those sounds before. That's pretty neat. Pretty good. New sounds. New sounds.
We love new sounds.
We do.
We love a new sound that we don't recognize.
Anything.
We love old sounds that make us think of our past.
Like slide whistles.
Wow.
Now
Those
make it
expensive.
happy. Make it happy. Make it. Yeah.
What's it like to be back together? I mean,
It's unbelievable.
It feels like no time has passed.
I know,
No.
15 years like that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel any longer than 15 years.
No.
what was the best part of not seeing each other for 15 years?
Not
What were
having
some of the highlights?
not having to do Emma's laundry.
Yeah.
It's a highlight.
Well, that wasn't a highlight for me.
No, but for me. I'm speaking for me.
I think the power to do something creatively that we couldn't have done together, like I like goth music and Lulu thinks it's too sad.
Yeah. Let's get back to the laundry. What percentage of your laundry is socks? 10%, 20%?
She owns no socks.
I don't.
Wow. So 0%.
Neither do you.
We're getting heckled. Can you take care of her? Keep
Well,
an eye on her.
Mr. Connors,
All right, take down the seat number, okay? And if you need to be a bit of a goon, no problem.
Okay.
Just turn the
Can you just
camera.
tell me what row you're in? Just what your seat number is? I'll.
No, we had a problem last week with a heckler. And it's the smaller ones that are trickier.
They fight.
Yeah.
It can maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
No, they grab under
Like
the
a
ankles.
mongoose.
Or a ferret.
Yeah. Go through pipes. Must be
Ankle
odor.
cuffs.
Yeah.
Compress themselves into smaller areas.
I used to be able to do that.
Yeah, a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
I remember that scene from Animal House where they had the yoga party. I mean, John Belushi's one of the best. Yoga, yoga, yoga.
Like that.
Okay.
So tell me about the brooch. Did you make it? Did you buy it in a store? Did it just somehow find itself on your sweater?
This is actually from when we decided to go back to our ancestors' roots and tour with the Renaissance fairs. It's a fair glowing air.
Yeah, blowing a
Magic.
star out of her mouth. Must be hot.
Magic.
It was an interesting return to our roots because, Lulu's ancestors were, in
Fairies.
fact, sure. And I was going to say people who would have been around during the Renaissance, whereas mine would have been tortured and killed.
But
Don't call me old.
No,
We're the same age.
I know.
Guys, I know it's a little off script, but I was just thinking, could we play that madrigal that we wrote for the Renaissance? I guess that would be really, I mean, it's a little bit, we were playing some of that funky stuff before, but it would give a nice change and kind of show your diversity.
You guys want to hear this?
This song is entitled Naughty Wench.
As I lay sitting, my true love did come, and she brought me her massive breasts. You naughty wench, would you put those away? As I sat on a day so fair, I saw a maiden come And then she turned to me. That wench did say, I'll just return it and we'll take a roll in the hay. Tra-la-la, tra-la-la,
That is really cool. I think they would love it.
So, naughty wench translated into Klingon is
I will not be singing Klingon, but I will. A long time ago, we traveled so far. Why didn't we just take a car? Igalak Raka! Igalak Raka! Nah! Oh, naughty Lieutenant Uhura! Uhura! I love you so! Won't you put those away? They don't fit in your ensign costume! Nicaragua! Nicaragua too!
Because a lot of Klingons are hearing impaired, so the fact that you were translating like that was fantastic. Now, what hotel did you stay at tonight? How do you make your hotel selection?
We don't share that information for fear of stalkers.
And we check in under assumed names.
Like, what's the assumed name?
Well, I won't tell you, but they can all be found in the comic strip Blondie.
You watch that guy?
What?
He may be related to this one over here. He may be trying to get something and bring it in.
Okay, Mr. Connors.
Okay,
When he comes back, I'll make sure he's in the right row.
thank you.
You're so territorial, Connie.
There was the attack last week. I'm still a little jittery, so it's better safe than sorry.
He's like that stage manager in Milwaukee. Remember that guy?
I hated him.
I know, except we like you much better. He was a total prick.
Okay, so
Can I see that on TV?
yeah, you can.
Nice.
Like you prick your finger.
That's true.
Like prick. As long as I'm not doing that. Right.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, this guy was a total jerk.
And I'm better than that.
Yes.
He kept putting maple syrup all over Brandon's bass.
We didn't even know why.
And that's actually when he learned how to play the trumpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the bass was unplayable.
Yeah, you can't play with maple syrup on your bass.
You can play with maple syrup on other things. but
That's
not
true.
bass.
Not your bass. Are you not happy for those memories?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's causing any trouble, Mr. Connors.
Okay, good. Well, let's dig in right now to the creative process. And really, let's lop off the tops of both of your heads and pick up the brains and look at them and maybe put them in each other's skulls. And maybe then just tickle each other and see if the brains fall out and if that affects what is happening.
So you want to find out how we write songs?
Yes.
Oh, thank God, I thought I accidentally got high.
Yeah.
So how do you do it? How do you take an empty box and go to FedEx and ship it to someone, and then the person who gets it opens it up and there's something in there? How does that happen?
Well, I've never worked for FedEx, but I think what you just described is exactly what happens, except it involves trucks and planes.
But in our case, you have to have something that you want to put in the box.
Yeah. So, although we normally want to let it free from a box, but
Right.
I'll go
Most
with what
things
you're
should be
saying.
free from a box.
So we have different ways that we write songs, but normally one of us, any of us, will just have an idea, a thought, a feeling,
Like a message,
a sentence,
a phrase,
Like
a
a cause,
word,
a mission.
a subjunctive clause.
a preposition.
Yeah.
Aphorism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Comma.
and then we'll either have, maybe we'll have some lyrics already, or one of the guys has like a funky bass line or piano piece, and we'll just
Jam on it. Yeah.
I mean, what would you want to write a song about, Connie?
And what do you have to say?
Yeah.
All right. My hair naturally goes back, but I feel social pressure to part my hair, and so this is a conflict that I have, as whether to just let it go back on its own or to part it.
Okay, can you put that into one phrase?
Subjunctivitis.
That makes me think of pink eye.
And pink eye makes me think of something infectious, something you don't want to touch.
People being afraid that you're spreading disease.
Yeah, people being afraid that just that you're spreading anything. It could be a rumor.
That you're spreading thoughts different than their own.
Yeah.
That you're individually brainwashing them.
One by one,
Which
which is what individually means. Right.
singularly brainwashed. Singularly brainwashed.
Your brain turning to cheese.
This is your brain on drugs kind of
Friday.
altered states of being.
Eating people's brains for breakfast.
And then you go, like you were saying, then you go into the door. But you try, you know?
It's like when we always think about zombies,
Yeah.
and that makes me think of 60s rock and roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you're saying infectious, so like 60s rock about zombies with kind of an infectious look. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Why don't you start us off and give us some sort
Alright,
of...
so like think like a minor thing. Like a minor thing maybe.
So I'm going to start playing, and we might toss around the verse, we might toss around the chorus.
Might just yell stuff. So why don't we, let's just show you.
Yes.
All right.
Like,
We're gonna make up this song about I can run away from you 'cause you are really cold. I can run away from you 'cause we're already dead. I can run away from you and escape to the world. Stay away from me with your zombie head. No love for the zombie. No, no, no. No love for the zombie. No love for the zombie 'cause you're already dead. Okay, so there we have kind of like a verse and a chorus. So the boys might want to change that a little. And I didn't really go 60s rock with that vocal, but I kind of liked it anyway.
well, it's like 60s rock, but no.
Yeah, which is totally what I do. So we'll try that again, and I'll sing a verse, and Emma will sing a chorus, and
Very railroading.
yeah. And then Connie, why don't you sing a verse? So you listen to what I'm singing, then you will make up your own words. I'm not going to be able to remember what I said. I can't remember. Okay. I can run away from you 'cause you can't walk back. I can run away from you 'cause you're already dead. I can run away from you into the big wide world.
completely different,
Like not even about songs.
or not even a song.
I thought I nailed it.
No, you did a wonderful job.
Thought I brought it up, but
You didn't want it. That reminded me the first time that Jeff ever sang solo on any of our records.
Oh,
Was it great?
Yeah.
you're embarrassing him.
Yeah, I know.
Are you saying something?
I think you
think
should
she
say
was.
it, yeah.
And isn't that where you just played the little bell thing?
I did. I did.
Yeah, you
I
just
did
played the
the
bell,
song
not
of
the
Triumph. But I don't remember.
You did a bell solo.
Yeah, I don't remember what song it was though.
That song was called Ding Ding, Dinner's Ready.
Dinner's ready.
Oh.
I fucking cooked it. Come and eat it. I love you.
Stand in the doorway of our tour bus every night and sit there playing the bell. And he never cooked it.
He never made dinner.
No. It was a lie every time.
I learned something though.
He's been known to lie. Wow, that's new.
And we all came running, and there was nothing there.
We never learned.
No, every night. Every night.
Sometimes he'd do it twice in a night, but we'd be so out of it from drinking and that we just couldn't.
And what's neat is whenever he plays a wedding, he imposes that as the first song every single time. It's pretty cool.
A lot of people have had their first dance
Yeah.
in that song.
No, it's a big surprise.
Yeah,
For
no one
the
expects it.
fathers of the room there. Go ahead. So, we have a really big surprise now. We have the president of your fan club! The youngest fan club president ever! Who has a fear of stools. Please. So we obviously know who you are, but for the benefit of the audience, if you could perhaps introduce yourself.
Well, my name's Matt Nemesco, and I'm #1 fan.
So, where do you live, Matt?
Well, I live in Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's very nice.
Wow.
I love Swampscott. They have an excellent Marshalls.
Yes, they do.
I buy all my gloves at Marshalls.
And do you have a job, or?
At a flower shop.
Okay, that's good.
You can bring us flowers.
I was going to.
What's selling these days with the economic crisis? Flower shop. Are geraniums popping, or what's happening?
Funerals are actually up.
Okay, that's good. And tell us about your trip down here. Like, how'd you get here? Did you come alone?
Came with
or-
short bus.
Okay. And by yourself? Okay. It's like a lonely short bus.
I would say that.
Well, there's another surprise. You're a surprise.
Yes, I am.
But then there's a
I was with my
surprise.
parents as well. I was a surprise.
Me too. But we have a surprise
You're
for
gonna sing a
you.
song?
We wrote you a song when you were coming. So, we're gonna sing the song.
And so, if you could just tell us your favorite genre.
Oh, my favorite genre.
It's a French word. It's a categorization.
Probably funk fusion.
Funk fusion.
FF, as I like to call it. Yeah.
So Matt, the song is for you. It's called Death Bouquet.
Would you like to smell the flowers in my death bouquet? They're the perfect gift when someone dies and you don't know what to say.
gift, we have a signed T-shirt for you. There you go. It's from the gang. So, thank you very much.
I liked him.
I liked him too.
He was even nicer than on his blog.
Yeah. He looks a lot younger in person.
Yeah.
I feel ashamed.
It's okay. We all have our moments.
I
Even with
think
Jamie.
when you first saw him, that's when you wanted to write Old Man Stalker.
Oh, yeah. That actually was inspired by Connie back in the late 80s.
Yeah,
You've gotten much better.
yeah, actually was a singer at one point.
You have time to
Do a little bit old man stalker.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
All right.
So Connie actually guested on this album.
Yeah.
And do you want to sing the part you sang? A little backup vocal?
I see you standing there. I see you hold my hand. Don't you come any closer. I don't wanna know you more.
Sing it like that!
You old man stalker. Don't you ever white. You know you're not invisible. I can see you at my window when I sleep. I think you're really fucking giant creep. It doesn't matter if you're an incredibly smooth talker, because you're an old, gray-haired, old man stalker.
Hanna-Barbera loved that one.
Hanna-Barbera loves everything.
Oh, it's fun for Saturday mornings. So, what's next? What's next? You're back together.
Yeah.
What's the next 15 years? Are you going to stay together, or are you just going to go off?
You know what? We never know, Connie. We're back in studio now. We just recorded "Put Down the Horse, Pick Up the Jack," the song that we came out and sang for you tonight, which is the first time it's been performed
Ever.
publicly anywhere. And we're trying to turn inward, I think. Talk about our past,
Yeah.
things that are important to us.
You know, find those sore spots and jab at them. Write songs about them from the pain.
Yeah.
Or the laughing that the person who's doing the poking is doing.
Right, because sometimes a lack of empathy is a wonderful way to go about writing music.
Numbness is an emotion.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's categorized.
But we have, I mean, there are other projects we're all working on. Brandon and I are actually guest starring every once in a while on the new electric company.
Yeah. When you go,
I know. I didn't think that was appropriate for children either.
What about home improvement projects? You doing anything like that? Spackling or...
I've been soldering a lot recently. I like to solder. I don't know if you call it home improvement as much as cutting metal where I see it. Putting it back together.
Do you own the metal, or is this like on the MBTA, or where are you finding this metal?
Yeah.
And I can put up drywall.
Yep. She drywalls like no one you've ever seen.
It's what I do when I'm feeling very sad. I actually totally completed a brand new room in Adam's house.
And I still gotta pay you back for that, by the way. Thank you. You know,
Yeah.
it's good to know I can count on myself.
Yeah, that's great.
And Adam and I have actually been working on a follow-up to our first Broadway show, Eleanor Roosevelt the Musical. And we've been thinking that Taft might be a good next
The whole like stuck in the bathtub thing in the White House. And we get this big like 8-minute long
Oh,
opus
that's
just
good.
with him stuck in the tub. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
And they actually have
funny.
they actually have some big names interested, especially people who've gained weight recently, like Val Kilmer, Jessica Simpson, She's gained weight. She's still gorgeous.
Come on.
She should lose
I
those
thought she was in
items.
jail because
She
of the
needs the
trading
atmosphere.
cards or something. chomping at the bit
All right.
to ask some questions. So let's open it up. Do we have any questions at all? Yes. You, sir?
You guys are on the road a lot, just by yourself. Is there any like tension, sexual?
Between the two of us.
No, we took care of that about 25 years ago.
We got that out of the way
Sorry,
right away.
no stories.
That's all the time we have.
No one else had questions?
No, we're done. So what we're going to do... I'm sorry, it was question and answer. It wasn't question and answers. That's the way I do it on my show. Okay? But we're going to go to audience requests, okay, in terms of the songs.
All right.
So, oh my God, it's new punk fission. Is that a type of music? No, it's You're Killing Me Right. That's the name of the song.
Scientific
Nuclear
punk.
punk, yeah.
I'm sorry.
K-I-L-I-N-G-M-E-R-I-G-H-T, you're killing me right tonight.
Oh, you're killing me right now.
I love it when you stab me like that. I love it when you cut my throat. I love it when I put up a fight. That's how I know you're killing me right. I-L-I-N-G-M-E-R-I-G-H, you're killing me right tonight. I don't want to be smothered, I don't want to be shot, I don't want to be carotid, 'cause I don't think that's hot. I really think it's quite a sight when you are killing me so right.
This is great. So Pete also, he got another request from the audience, and it's in the style of rock. It's rock music, and he's very bad at handwriting. So I'm just reading his. And it's Low Bird. Is the name of the song. It's in rock.
Rup is actually a musical
Never
style
mind.
that we created in 1984. That was taking what was emerging rap and mixing it with a ballad, a rock ballad.
It was a short-lived genre.
You showed me off, flying in another sky. Well, you're low and dirty, just like every
God, I hate little birds.
Well, didn't I see another hand over there for the Q&A? Oh, there. Can we bring up the house lights again? You have another question, and I don't know how many questions and answers we're going to get here, but it'll be more than the last time.
Thank you. My question is, what is the one thing that you would never, ever sing about? And would you sing it for us?
That's a good question.
You are intriguing me. I would normally never sing about the words moist or placenta because I find them to be slightly gross, even though I do have 2 children.
Really? I know about the children, but wow.
Yeah.
I don't like moist either.
Yeah, no one does.
I mean, not the sentiment, the word.
Yeah, I know.
Moist.
I know. The sentiments. Anyway. Okay. A song about moist placentas. Exactly. It's a speed metal song. Speed metal song. Yeah. Speed metal song. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Because I need to scream more than that.
What's that coming out of me? Is it something that has lots of protein? I hope it is. I thought I had the baby already. Something is following it on its way out. It's wet. My God, this looks protein rich. It must have so many nutrients and blood vessels to feed my little baby. Oi, what's that?
All right, well, we're still in the middle of the Q&A session. We're still there. We're still in the Q&A session. And anyone else have any questions at all? Or,
We may have scared them.
yes, sir.
I find it interesting that you two got back together and came back to this country from a country that we have no extradition with right after the statute of limitations on the crime you were suspected of ran out.
I don't know what you're speaking
He
of.
knows a lot.
Was there a question there? Because we just made a statement.
Is it true?
I don't understand the statement.
I mean, we certain members of the band were under investigation for a crime.
Which I did not commit.
And the statute of limitations had run out, and they did come back into the country.
In a perfectly legal way.
So,
On a
yeah.
perfectly legal boat.
So yes.
With a perfectly legal coyote.
Okay, you're not making it any better. Does that answer your question?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
We have another question in the corner.
I'm more interested in this character right here, the bass player.
Oh, God.
Who isn't?
Not his life.
Match.com.
Well, start out on a long time ago where man thing, he say, if you come to the retard, you can't get over the what? Yeah, huh?
Yeah. You're such a wise man. Brandon has a lovely wife and 2 children.
Why is it when he says it's funny?
Because he's funny. Not everyone is.
He has a way with words.
Do we have any other questions?
The old gentleman. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just wondering if you're going to do any more of those Prussian folk songs where you just put one in this new album, and I wonder if you were going to do it here tonight.
Are you requesting a specific song?
Do you have a specific song you'd like to hear of our
Yes, I
Prussian
got
folk
stuck on the
songs?
car wash.
Yes, 'cause that is what most Prussian folk songs are about. Okay, guys, stuck in a car wash, Prussian folk.
I drove my cow to the car wash. They wouldn't let me inside. They said we're sorry here, but that is a bovine, and it costs $1.50 to ride.
I'm stuck in a car wash, no, I'm stuck in a car wash, I hope I don't die. I made it through 2 wars, my country's torn apart. I'm stuck in a car wash with a broken heart.
Yeah, that's enough.
Prussians are also known for their brevity.
Do you have any other questions at all, or?
Yes.
Yes.
I was wondering if you could tell us about a specific incident in your childhood that has affected the course of your adult life.
Oh, yeah. When my parents, I'm the oldest of 6, when my youngest brother, Mr. Adam Brooks, was born, my father died, and I had to quit school at the age of 13 and go work as a cheese waxer at the Cabot Creamery. And that's actually where I learned music. There was a group there called the Dairy Queens, and they were focused on their cooking. And I learned how to wax cheese, which is amazing.
I was an only child and susceptible to a little more pressure from my parents. So when I was 13, I was encouraged to advertise for the family business by wearing a giant plexiglass bagel suit to hand out flyers in downtown Berkeley. Yeah, very few people have heard this story. And it made me really angry. So angry that I didn't know what to do with all of it. So I let that anger fester for 4 years. And then I moved to New York and met Iggy Pop, and I found out exactly what to do with that anger.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more question. One more question. We're going to wrap it up.
Hi. I've heard that you use really non-traditional forms to warm up before acts that combine your tours in China, listening to monk chants, and time spent in the Alps yodeling. Your grandfather's skill of whistling. Could you perhaps talk a little about the history and give us a sample of that?
Sure, absolutely. As you say, we have a variety of ways that we warm up, and we've actually transitioned over the years from traditional Chinese monk chant to Gregorian monk chant, which we find is a wonderful way to warm up our vocal cords.
In paradisum deducante angeli in tuo adventus suscipiate martires. Et deducante in civitatem sanctam Jerusalem. Chorus angelorum suscipiate martires. Oh.
I would love to hear. I really would. So.
Okay.
We love this song.
There are a few songs that we haven't played in so long together that we'd like to bring back. So this is a song, Hands of an Angel, that we wrote about a friend.
His name was Manuel, and he had recently started in the film industry in the San Fernando Valley.
As a fluffer.
Yes. And he was kind of into religious movies in his genre.
So he asked us to sing for one of his new films, and this is what we came up with. A voice so soothing, I hear quiet angels, an eye so blue, I see a heaven inside. A kiss so soft, the feel of waves rushing, but a touch so powerful, it can't be denied. You've got the hands of an angel. You raise me up and gently stroke my soul. You've got the hands of an angel. You see my emptiness and quickly fill the hole. Lay your healing hands upon me. The path to my salvation lies before me. Your benediction of love guides my soul. Mouth wide open, receiving of your glory. You've got the hands of an angel. You raise me up and gently stroke my soul. You've got the hands of an angel. You see my emptiness and quickly fill the hole. You open wide my pearly gates, fingers plucking my gentle heartstrings. Throw back the hood of your celestial rose, let me shower in the glory of your golden light. You've got the hands of an angel. You raise me up and gently stroke my soul. You've got the hands of an angel. You see my emptiness and quickly fill the hole. Now at last we finally enter our heaven. Blessed souls dance while cherubs the clouds do flood. Your noble steed approaches to carry us home. I mount your chariot, and I know is enough. You've got the hands of an angel. You raise me up and gently stroke my soul. You've got the hands of an angel. My emptiness and quickly fill the hole. You quickly fill the we have a few more songs that we've written in the past that we'd like to perform for you tonight. The next one actually was co-written by my brother Adam and Emma.
Oh, I think we're doing a topic next.
Oh, I'm sorry. No one tells me anything. This song was co-written by Mr. Jimmy McAvoy and myself, and it's about a young man I met at a Starbucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Monday morning, walking to the cafe, ordered my usual, a large fat latte. Looked up and saw you. I said hi, you said hey, hey. Knew from that
This is from Eleanor Roosevelt the musical, on which Adam and I worked together.
Tony Award winning.
Yes.
In your face counts too.
Anyway, this is a love duet between Eleanor and Lorena Hickok. For those of you who have been living under a rock, Lorena Hickok is the journalist with whom Eleanor Roosevelt carried on an affair for many years. Allegedly. The Roosevelt estate has sued us twice. And it was originally written for me, playing Eleanor, and for Barbara Streisand, playing Lorena. I wear a prosthetic nose to play Eleanor.
And Barbara wore a prosthetic face to de-emphasize the size of her actual nose.
It worked out.
So, I've never sung this before live, so here it goes.
I'm excited. What am I thinking? This is not an option. I'm not feeling whatever I feel. Why does everything seem so different? Dreamy, strange, and unreal.
What am I thinking? This can't be happening. I can't walk down this road once more. If that's true, then why do I hesitate? Haven't I been here before?
So this is not a love song. This is not a secret yearning. This is not a shy confession. This is not a new beginning. But it doesn't matter anyway. It wasn't meant to be. So this is not a love song. Not for her and me.
Never thought I could feel this way more than once alive.
Never thought someone would see me past the role of great man's wife.
And though the passion swells inside,
We have to let it go. This passion that the world must never know. So this is not a love song. This is not a secret yearning. This is not a shy confession. This is not a new beginning. But it doesn't matter anyway. It wasn't meant to be. So this is not a love song. Not for her and me.
Thank you so much. You've been wonderful.